Hey there, it's Brandon Gustafson, BrandonGustafson.com. Welcome to another live coaching session here on the channel. Excited to have you today. Today I wanted to get into a topic that I'm really excited to talk to you about. We're going to be getting into why you are not happy even though you're productive. You might be one of those people that you're getting a lot done and you're being successful by every other standard, when in reality you're not happy. And this is something that rings true for me. It resonates with me because it's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. So I kind of wanted to be a little bit vulnerable with you and kind of share a few things around that. Before we get into the topic though, I just want to remind you to get over to the website, brandongustafson.com/5P as in Paul. You can get access to our guide, The 5 Ps to Effective Personal Development. I've curated that for you. You also get access to weekly emails that kind of come out with tips and tricks to help you on your journey. And then if you're here live, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified every time we go live on one of our videos here, one of our coaching sessions. So let's jump into the topic. Why are you not happy even though you're being productive? And I want to be, like I mentioned, a little bit vulnerable with you here and where I'm at. So I've not gotten into this yet on the channel, but I want to give you some background on all the things that I have going on in my life. So I work a full-time job. I own 2 assisted living facilities and operate those remotely. Have now 2 YouTube channels. This one, the BrandonGustafson.com, and one that's around in helping people invest in assisted living. It's called assistedlivinginvesting.net, and I've got all of these things going, and it's a lot. I try to also be an engaged husband and father, be active and serve in my local church, and do those types of things. And it just it's a lot. I was working on things last night, and just I was exhausted. I went to bed at 2:30, 3 in the morning, because I'm trying to get all these things done, and I'm exhausted. I'm productive. I get a lot done. I really do. I'm a night owl. That's why I was up late anyways. I'm gonna be up, but I'm not gonna sit and play games or anything like that. I'm gonna work, and I work for 2 hours, 3 hours at night, solid, like really hard, dedicated work to getting things done. And I can get a lot done during the day. I can get a lot done in the evening. But yesterday, I went and ran errands with my wife. And we went. My daughter is going into kindergarten. She had to do some testing for that, and I was there for it, but I had my work phone with me, and my boss had texted me and said she wanted to meet with me. So I told her, give me a few minutes. We go to a store. My wife and my daughter go into the store and do some shopping, walking around while we're waiting to pick up my older daughter. And I'm in the car, and I'm in a meeting working on a PowerPoint presentation. And then we get done with that, and we're waiting in line to pick up my daughter, and I'm working on that PowerPoint presentation. And then we pick up my daughter, we go to drive, and my wife's driving, and I'm working through some stuff for one of my assisted living facilities. We go to the orthodontist. I'm working on stuff. I go into the orthodontist. I'm there. While I'm in there with the family, I'm good. I'm present. I leave this stuff behind. But then on the way home, I'm working on stuff. I work on a few more things. I'm almost done. I get a phone call. I got to take a phone call. I'm on the phone for an hour. I got to the end of the day yesterday, and I was exhausted. And I was watching a YouTube video by Ali Abdaal, who has a great channel. If you've not watched it, go ahead and watch that. But he said something that was really profound. So I'm going to try to kind of quote him a little bit. But basically, he said that it's not about doing more things, but it's doing more. It's doing what matters and choosing to have fun with it. So it's not about doing more things. You could do all the things if you wanted to. What's really important is doing the things that matter, and then choosing to have fun using our agency. If you want to get to a spiritual perspective, using that agency that we have to choose to have fun with it. So the first thing I wanted to really talk about here, and we've been talking about, is the illusion of constant productivity. More is not always better. It's not always good to be constantly busy. It's good to take a break and enjoy the things that are around you. And as I was going through that process yesterday with everything that I had going on, really hit me that that's something I need to do better at. And I think it's something that you could probably improve at too if you're watching this video, is just kind of looking at it and doing some self-evaluation. What could you do better? What could you take off your plate? What are you doing that is just busy work because you think it's what other people want from you? And how can you shift that over to doing the things that really matter and being really engaged in that work? The second one that I want to get into is the pursuit of meaningful progress. So this is, again, kind of that idea of trying to do all the things and trying to get everything done and trying to be the uber productive person and trying to be busy at all things. It's not always the best thing. What you really should be doing is trying to identify the why behind why you're doing those things. Now, I know the why for me, for why I have these channels and the assisted living facilities. I also know the why behind why I have a full-time job. What I don't, the internal struggle that I have is the conflicting whys. They're there for different reasons. I'm not going to get into the whys in this video, but I know the whys for them, but they do conflict for me, and it's something that I need to make a change with and make some self-evaluations, and figure out what I'm going to change in my life, what's going to drop off and why, and make sure that aligns with where it goes. And the decisions that I make need to reflect that. And I think you need to do the same thing. Figure out your why. The book by Simon Sinek, Start With Why, is a great book to kind of read if you're kind of trying to figure that out. It's a great introductory version of why, the science behind why, and the process behind why and what that looks like. And so something that you want to get into. Again, back to Ali's point, it's not just about doing more things, it's about doing what matters to you, and then choosing to have fun with it, and choosing to be engaged with it. That's the why, and that's what you should be doing. So don't just be in the pursuit of progress, be in the pursuit of meaningful progress, so that you have that why, and then you're progressing towards a real goal for a real reason. And the third one that I want to get into is balancing achievement with joy. So achievement and success, I'm going to kind of equate to the same thing, and that kind of falls into this group of productivity. And achieving things, it's not necessarily bad to achieve things. It's good. It gives us, it's essential to achieve things. We need to do that. That's an innate desire within us to achieve things and get things done. And it's not bad to do that. Joy is also something that we need. We need to have joy, need to relax, we need to decompress, we need to have fun and enjoy the things that we're doing. Now, those two things, achievement and joy, are not necessarily aligned. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive. They don't go together hand in hand every time. But also, they are not they're not interchangeable either. You can't choose joy exchange joy for productivity, for your achievements. They kind of go hand in hand, but not always. They're just kind of this interesting relationship that joy and achievement have. And you need to figure out what that looks like for you, where there's a level, I think people will call this work-life balance. And I think I was in a mastermind this morning, and one of the guys on there mentioned that that's kind of a hoax. It's not a real thing, because you're never going to have the amount of time where you take your work and your family time and sleep and anything else. Like, there's just not enough time in the day. So true balance doesn't happen. But what you need is to have the ability to kind of engage in these different pockets and these different priorities in your life. And so get over to the 5 Ps guide there. It'll kind of give you an overview of what that looks like on how to set those priorities. But trying to do those things, it's going to help you get that balance that you need in your life to achieve things and to have joy. It's going to help you get there, embracing joy, but still accomplishing the things that you want to get done is going to allow you to enjoy the journey, which is what we're trying to do here. We need to, as Brandon Sanderson says, the journey needs to come before the destination. We need to realize that we have to go on this entire journey before we get to the thing that we're going to be at the end of the thing, the destination. There's a process that we have to go through to get there, and we might as well enjoy it because we have to do the journey regardless. And we probably should be spending time figuring out what that is for us and how we can find joy in the journey that we're going through. So it's just not a drag. So it's something that I personally, I'm going to be working on, something that I really need to focus on and try to figure out, do some self-reflection on here in the coming weeks. See what I can take off my plate so that I can really focus on the things that matter most. I was talking with my wife about this a little bit last night and throughout this past week, actually, in kind of planning some family vacations. And for me, something I need to do better at is really just letting it go and focusing on that time with family, because it truly is what brings me joy, and something that I need to do better at. So to recap what we've been talking about here today, first was the illusion of constant productivity. You don't need to be productive and busy all the time. Next is the pursuit of meaningful progress. Don't just have the pursuit of progress. Make sure it's meaningful. Make sure you have a why behind that. And the third is balancing achievement with joy and finding that balance for you. What does that look like? And figure it out for you in your specific situation so that you can have the joy that you need while also accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. I want to thank you for being with me here on the channel for this live coaching session around just why are you not happy even though you're productive. I hope this information was helpful to you. If it was, make sure you get over to the website brandongustafson.com. Get over to brandongustafson.com/5P and get access to the 5 Ps for effective personal development and join our email list so that you can get some quick tips and tricks as you go through your process here, your journey to personal development. Excited to help you along the way with that. And make sure you subscribe if you're new. If you're live here, comment down below so I can say hi to you, and excited to kind of build this community here with you. Ring the bell so you get notified when we go live. And remember, at brandongustafson.com, we're here to help you transform your life your way. Thanks for watching and have a great day.